Hey, good afternoon. It's Jaci-O, and I am out there hustling for you guys. Not you, but hopefully soon. I was thinking today as I was driving, I thought I'd share with you a little video about how bad do you want it, right? And how well do you know your market? See, if you know your market, then you know how bad you want it, right? So how badly do you want to buy? And that will be determined by how realistic you are and what you're willing to pay. And how do you find that out? Because you are prepared by studying the market, driving around, understanding how to compete in the market. And in Corpus, fortunately, unlike Austin and some of these other places, we're not 50 grand over asking, and people bring 50 grand above asking to close. But we might have 5 grand over asking, or we might have 3 to 5 offers in. And so it's competitive, but it's not like that. If you want to sell, don't hurt yourself and try to dig your heels in if your house isn't worth what it's worth. Give it your best shot to price it accordingly, and if people love it and it's priced accordingly, then you're going to have an offer quickly or multiple offers quickly, and let them determine how much it's worth to them, right? But if you automatically, let's say your house is realistically worth $350 and you price it at $400 because everybody's, overbidding, well, in this case, everybody knows it's overpriced, and the people that are at $350 aren't really looking at it, and you can hurt yourself by overpricing. Okay, every once in a while you can overprice and you can be okay. It just depends on how much time you want to spend waiting, and if there's an appraisal, what's going to be the game you play when you get a low appraisal? How much are you going to require of the buyer? Some buyers aren't willing to put it more when the appraisal's low. Some buyers are willing to put in a few thousand. Others might put in several thousand. These are questions to ask yourself, ask your agent, ask the buyer, ask the buyer's agent, so you know kind of the different scenarios that you could face while you're in the process of buying or selling a home. When you're buying a home, if you know your market well, I was talking to some out-of-town buyers, if you know your market well, then you don't have to worry about being doubtful when you find a good property for you, because you'll say, you know what, for the price, I'm willing to fight for it. I'm willing to fight for this house. It's priced well enough that I'm willing to throw some money in if it doesn't appraise. So just get to know your market, whether you're a buyer or seller, and be prepared to have to deal with some negotiating, and don't stress out and be unreasonable. Be a team player. Maybe nobody gets what they wanted, but you can find a way to meet in the middle where you both can be satisfied moving forward. Okay? So, of course, when you're dealing with markets where you've got 10, 20, 30, 40 plus grand over asking, then you've got to be prepared to have people bring that cash to close the deal, and many of them just might. The dilemma we face as real estate agents is that now that we've closed that house for that price, and we say to close that house for that price, now that can increase the value of that whole neighborhood unrealistically, where people are priced out of the neighborhood. So one of the ways I think you could go about selling the house for is you list it as sold for the price you listed it at, right? Let's say you listed it at $350 and you closed and it appraised at $365, but let's say it's sold for $400. Well, you can say it's sold for $365, and the buyer, there's little boxes where real estate agents can check the box that say, did the buyer bring money to close? And you can say yes, and you can put the $40,000 in that box, right? Therefore, we keep the price within the appraised value. Okay, so have a great day.